Welcome to JETA, my dear junior advocates. Now I want to explain about a petition for seeking adjournment. Normally, we all know that the court grants adjournments even on our oral requests. But in certain cases, in certain situations, the court feels that lot of adjournments have already been given for mere asking, and the court would give a word of caution to the counsel concerned not to seek further adjournments, and in that case the court will insist upon filing a petition for adjournment in writing, stating the reason why a counsel is seeking an adjournment in the case which is long over pending. So in that case, a counsel is bound by the order of the court, and only when he files an adjournment petition, adjournment would be granted by the court. So in that case, the adjournment is sought by a written petition. Generally in stages where the last chance is mentioned for any stage of the case, that is like cross-examination of a PWs or RWs, or filing written statement, or filing proof affidavit, marking of documents as exhibits, like that. In every stage of the case, the court generally say it as a finally or the last chance, and if the counsel asks for a further adjournment after it is stated as last chance, the court generally will get irritated, and hence the court will ask the counsel to file an adjournment petition in writing stating the reason, and that adjournment will be taken as a number in future and preventing the counsel from taking further adjournments. This is a petition I told you for seeking an adjournment under order 17 rule 1 CPC. It is a very simple format, and this is the petition has to be filled up from the top, like in the court of, you have to mention the name of the court and the region as usual, and coming to the number of the case, it is the nature of the case. Here it is mentioned as OS number so and so of year and AS number so and so of year. If these two are not applicable, you can fill some other nature of the case like OP, like that. And here the name of the petitioner who is seeking the adjournment has to be filled up. That is as per the cause title, and the respondent name also as per the cause title. And here, coming to the petition aspect, the petitioner above named begs to state as follows: it is respectfully submitted that the above case is posted for today for, here you have to state the stage of the case. Suppose it is for arguments, suppose it is for chief examination, cross examination, like that. What is the stage of the case? You have to mention here, and the next point is the so and so, and hence he or she is not able to get on with the above case today. So you have to state that the petitioner is unable to appear for the case today, by mentioning the reason, and it should be said that the case can be proceeded with. And here it is a prayer portion. It is therefore prayed that this above case may be adjourned to some other date and thus render justice. So it is the usual prayer portion. And here also the date at the region, on this the date, and the counsel, that is yourself, has to sign for the petitioner. The counsel on the record shall file this petition, and no other representing counsel can sign the petition as usual. So here, coming to the docket aspect, it is in the court of the same particulars have to be filled up in the different format. And here also the name of the court and the region, the case, nature of the case and year, and here the same particulars shall be furnished. And here you should mention your name and for whom you are appearing, should be mentioned in the docket, and this petition has to be affixed by a appropriate court fee as per the Court Fees Act.